Welcome back to the channel for another video. Today is Thursday, and it's typically when I do Throwback Thursday videos. I haven't done them in a while, but we're going to do one today. So, gotta stay tuned to see what I'm going to use, right? But before we get started, if you're new, welcome. So glad you're here. And if you're returning, welcome back. So happy that you're here. All right, guys, let's get started. So Throwback Thursday is when you take palettes that are some of the oldest palettes in your collection that you don't use very often, but you want to give them some love. So today I have a palette that I chose. It is one of my absolute oldest palettes that I have in my collection, and it is a Too Faced palette. It's the Natural Eyes, the one that I use the Heaven for sometimes. But anyway, it looks like this. Looks like this. I used to use the Heaven when I would set my eye primer. I don't set my eye primer anymore. I found it works better to not set the eye primer. But anyway, we're going to use this. We're going to create a look. And it's a neutral look because the majority of my older palettes are neutral because I'm more of a neutral girl. But anyway, so we're going to create a look with this palette today. I've already got all my base on, which we'll talk about at the end. So how about let's just get going with that, shall we? Let's do that. All right, so let's pick a brush. I'm going to use an AOA Studios High Def Brush E101. I really like the AOA brushes. I think they perform just as well as some of my more expensive brushes, the blinged brushes. I like it. All right, let's do something here. Let's go in with okay, let's go in with Cashmere Bunny right here. I'm going to put that in my transition and crease area. So how's everybody doing? How's your week been? Doing anything fun for fall? We're not doing a whole lot. We had some projects around here that we needed to get done that were kind of expensive. So that put a squash on some of my fall decorating type things I wanted to do, but that's okay. We got those things, expensive things are done, and they're done. I think the most expensive thing we did was put in our HVAC system, which, we lived here 3 years anyway. That was our most expensive thing, but it's done now, and I'm so happy that it's done. But anyway, so yeah. You know how that goes. All right, let's see here. So it's kind of like that. A little bit more here. All right, kind of go with that. And now I want to go and deepen up that outer corner. I'm going to use the Sexpresso. I want to do... Okay, gonna go with this one, which is, I think it's worn off, but I think this is a BH Cosmetics brush. I'm pretty sure that it is. It's either that or a Morphe, but I think it's a BH Cosmetics, but it's worn off. But anyway, so I'm gonna go in with that Sexpresso and do the outer corner. I don't know. This may be one that I have to declutter. It's starting to be a little different. It used to smell like cake, but it doesn't really smell like cake anymore. Kind of like that. That's sad too because I really like this palette. May have to. I know they did have it on Sephora. I may have to go see if they still have it. Although I have so many palettes, I really don't need to replace it if I have to get rid of it. But I may end up having to declutter this one, unfortunately. I'm going to do a little blending. Let's see. I think I'm going to use this AOA Studio brush to do some blending with today. I don't know what you're supposed to use it for, but that's what I use it for most of the time, is to blend. Yeah, because see, it's starting to get a little patchy. Well, that stinks. It's really not performing very well either. Well, that stinks because I really liked this palette. Yeah, see, it's starting to get a patchy there. It's just not performing like it should. Not what I can do about it now. Right there, it's starting to get it's a little patchy. Well, shoot, that stinks. Okay, well, I'm going to go in with this push-up here, right here on my lid. I'll put a flatter brush for that. I think I'll use this brush, this is a Lorella brush. Use this one. Okay. So anyway, so we just kind of haven't really done a lot. I mean, we've done a lot of things that needed to be done around here, but as far as I wanted to buy, you know, mums and pumpkins and hay, but and decorate up my front porch, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that this year. Just don't think that's going to happen. We'll see. We'll see. Somehow I just don't think that's going to happen. Got to watch the money because things are high. I'll tell you what, food is so expensive. So expensive. Look at that. That's not bad. But it is patchy. It is patchy, though. And it used to not be. I'm sad about that. All right. Let's go along. I'm going to take this Silk Teddy right here, and I'm going to put that in the inner part of the eye. And where's that brush? This brush I like to use, which is an AOA Studio E123 brush. Use that. Put that here. Like that. A little bit more. Oh yeah, you can really see the patchiness right through here. Oh well. I think I ain't going anywhere today. Because I imagine this is going to come off. Because it just does not look great. It really doesn't. Oh, I'm sad about that. Well, we're going to use it because that's what it is to use them. Old palettes, and we're going to see how they perform. And if they're not performing very well, then, it'll have to go. It'll just have to go. All right, I think that's all I'm going to do for the eyeshadow. Now, I'm going to take my Rimmel Scandal Eyes Brown Eyeliner, and we're going to line the eyes. See if I can do this. No, I'm not going to be able to. I'll do this off camera, and then I'll come back. I'm back, and we're done with the look. This is the eye look. All right, let's talk about what I did. So when I went offline, I took, I didn't do, oh well. I used my Rimmel, which is what I was going to use, and I had to get offline to do it. My Rimmel Scandal Eyes eyeliner in brown. Use that. Then I used just a little bit of my KVD full sleeve tubey mascara because I'm going to take this off. So I don't want to use too much of it. But anyway, I use the eyeliner on the upper and the lower lid. Then in my waterline, I use my ColourPop Color Sticks in Cocoa Metallic, which is white, which I need to clean, which is white. I use that. Then on my brows, I used my Anastasia Brow Definer Pencil in Taupe. I used that. And then I used some of the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. I used some of that to kind of set the brows and keep them in place. And I didn't do an inner corner highlight because this is bothering me. I don't want to mess it up. All right, let's talk about the base. So for my primer, I used my Ciate London Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer. Use that. Then for primer, for my concealer, I used my ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer in Fair 20 Neutral, which I think is old. It's kind of oh, my nose. It's drying out, so this is probably going to be a declutter. This is going to be a declutter because it is starting to dry out, and it really made my under eyes look very crepey and wrinkly. The wrinkles, the fine lines, see, look, really show up with this. So this is going to be probably a declutter. Then I used my Revlon Canted Glow Photo Ready foundation in 110 Porcelain. I used that for my foundation. For my bronzer, I used my Complex Culture palette. I don't have, what is this called? Fling, this bronzer right here, Fling. And then I use this highlighter in Aura. So I use that bronzer and that highlighter out of this Complex Culture palette. Then for my blush, I also used a Complex Culture, and I used this one, Spiced Up, right there, Spiced Up. Okay. For my under eye primer, I used my Makeup Revolution Line Fix Primer, which I don't particularly like. I like my e.l.f. better, but I have this and I try to use it. I'm trying to use it, but I don't know. Because I don't like it at all. At all. It doesn't do anything for my under eyes, except make them look worse. Then for my under eye powder, I used my Jaclyn Brightening Lilac Powder, which I do like this normally. Not today because of the products I used under my eyes. So yeah, this may be a declutter too. I don't know. Anyway. All right, and then for my face powder, I used my Miracle Glow from Flower Beauty, the Satin Finishing Powder from Flower Beauty. Use some of that. I used, for an eye primer today, I used the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I use that for my eye primer. For my lips is the last thing I think we like. Yep, my lips. I used my ColourPop Lippy Pencil in... what is that? Eclair? I don't know. Can't read it. But anyway, that right there. And then, oh, that's lovely. It's broke. Anyway, and then for my lippy, I used, that I just recently got in my ColourPop Halloween mystery box, a glowing lip. Oh gosh, what color? In Highland Avenue, which I like this actually. I do like that. And voila, this is my finished look. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Now let's talk about this palette, this eyeshadow palette. I'm sad because it's one of my favorite. It was one of my very first palettes that I bought, and I really liked it. But I think it's time for it to go because it's starting to smell a little bit and it's patchy. It just did not perform very well at all. I mean, it's really patchy. And the performance on it was horrible, to be quite honest with you. So unfortunately, this is going to be leaving. This is going to be a declutter. So I'm going to have 3 declutters out of this Throwback Thursday video. This Too Faced palette, sadly. This Makeup Revolution Line Fix Under Eye Primer, sadly, because I wanted to like it. And then the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Concealer, which, darn. But, yeah. But anyway, it's the way it goes. The way it goes. That's why I need to not buy makeup so much, because I have too much. And then things end up going by the wayside and my nose itches. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comments down below what you think. And if you don't mind, I would really love it if you would just click that subscribe button. It's free, not going to cost you anything. It would greatly help my channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. All right, guys, I'm going to let this hair dry. So that's all I have. So until we meet again, take care. Bye.